Hi guys, I'm Melissa and I'm back with another video. Today I want to share with you a TBR video for January. As you may know, I have spent the rest of November and December unwrapping all of my books. So all of my TBR books are unwrapped and I have free reign for everything. I have a cat who is curious about my ring light. So let's get into what I'm planning on reading. First up, let's talk about the books that I'm currently working on, and one of them I'm really ashamed about. But first up we have The Shepherd's Crown by Pratchett. This is the last and final Discworld book. And I have started it. I don't know exactly how far I'm in. I haven't found the spot yet. I still have a price tag on it apparently, but I think I listened to an hour-ish. But I'm enjoying it so far. We've had a character death that was a little bit sad, but expected at this point, I think. But I'm enjoying it so far, and I have already found some pretty good quotes in here, and I hope that it continues to be this good, because then it's gonna have a good ending rating at the end. But I don't know how it's going to end up going, because I'm not sure how much was finished by the time Pratchett died. I don't know if he finished writing it and it was just the editing part that wasn't done, or how far he got. But it was the last part of his life, and before he died, passed away, and it was released shortly after his death. But the other book that I'm also working on is A Dance with the Devil by Charlene Kenyon, and I'm bothering this with Shannon, and I feel so bad about it because I know she's ahead and I haven't answered her, and I am in the middle of a chapter, but I'm hoping to be able to start pick things up again, and I want to finish this as soon as possible. So that will be my focus before I will finish this, and then I'll dive into the Harlequin books, because I took an involuntary break from the Harlequin project because I felt like such a slumpy mode in December. So in January I'm going to dig into the historicals, Harlequin historicals, and I have 3 books on that. The first one is The Flapper's Fake Fiance by Laurie Robinson, which is Sarah from the Bookish Knitters' favorite book, or one of her favorite historicals, and she recommends it to everyone, so I need to read it. It's set in the 20s, and so that's also one of the reasons why I decided to go with it, because I like that it's not set in Regency, which is the majority of historical romances are set in Regency, when there are so many other periods of time to choose from. So the next one I have is Claimed by the Highland Warrior by Michelle Willingham, because again this is an author that has been recommended to me a lot, so I decided to go with this one. I think I might have actually started it because I did try and start the books in December, but realized quickly that I wasn't in a reading mood at all, and I ended up trying to focus on Dance with the Devil and didn't do very well on that either. So yeah, but I will go back to it and get back to that book. And then we have The Truth About Lady Felkirk by Merrell, which is the last and final one. I think this is a regular Regency era fantasy historical. And then after I got it, I think I saw that it wasn't the first in the series, which confuses me a lot, because I'm pretty sure I picked it because it was the first in the series. And then I saw somewhere else that is not. So I don't know what the right term is for that. So those are the Harlequin books, and then I have one I want to read because it's a new release that comes out, Where the Drowned Girls Go by Charlene Maguire. I always read that as soon as I get it, and I have to pre-order it. I haven't actually ordered it yet, but I usually get it towards the middle of the month and the end of the month, and read it in a couple of days. So I'm hoping I can get to it in January as well. I'm really looking forward to it. It's the 7th book in a Wayward Children series. And then I also would like to participate in the Buzzwordathon, but Where the Drowned Girls Go could work for that. But I also have one book that's on my physical TBR already, and that's called Who Could It Be at This Hour by Lemony Snicket, that I could use for this. This is a kid's book, so it should be pretty quick read again. So I have this on my... If for some reason I get into a real reading binge, I have put on again these 2 books that I haven't gotten to in November and December, which is Castle in the Air by Diana Wynne Jones, which is the second book in the House Moving Castle series, and then we have Ella Enchanted by Gail Carson Levine, which is a standalone fairy tale-like book that's supposedly going to be really good. So I have these two pretty quick books in here for my physical reading if I have time left. In terms of my audios, apart from the Pratchett ones, I have 2 physical books that I can work on. If I feel the need. I feel like I'm on my way into fantasy mode. So first up I have The Two Towers by Jr Tolkien. This is obviously the second book in the Lord of the Rings story, and I would love to see where this one is going. I really enjoyed my time reading the first one because it is a classic fantasy. I love the story, I love the fantasy setting, and I'm really looking forward to moving on, even if it follows the movies and stuff. It's been a lot of fun. And then I also have put on Shaman's Crossing by Robin Hobb, because I have really been in the mood to get back into some Robin Hobb, and I haven't read this one yet. Obviously I can listen to an audio from Storytel at the same time, so if I had time I can listen to this at home when we get further on into the month. But that depends on how far I get into any of the other books. Then we have some regular audios that I can listen to, and then I don't know what else I pick up. That would be up to whatever I feel like, but I can at least start with this. The first one is Stitches and Witches by Nancy Warren. This is the second book in the Vampire Knitting Club, which I'm really looking forward to getting back to. I never got around to that in December, even though if I wanted to. I instead decided to listen to the Gaslight Mystery series in order to catch up on that, and then I can go to this one in the next month. So that is what I'm intending on doing. I really enjoyed the first book in the series, so I'm really looking forward to continuing with the series as a whole. Then we have Oathy's Ghost, I think, by Justina Ireland. This was one that I saw. Actually, I just looked through a middle grade Goodreads Choice Awards in the middle grade category and looked at what was nominated, and decided to go with this one because it sounded fun and it was available in audio form. Because I've also been in the mood for middle grades. Then we have Root Magic by Aidan Royce, which is another middle grade from that. And then I decided to go with Shades of Wicked by Janine Frost. This is the first book in the Night Rebel series, which is a spin-off series to the Night Huntress universe. It's the latest one in the bunch. We have the Night Huntress series, the Night Huntress universe. We have the Night Prince series, and then we have this Night Rebel series, which is following one of the side characters we're meeting in the Night Hunters series. And it's a lot of fun. So those are my books that I have on my TBR for the month. I don't have any set rules any longer. I just decided to go with whatever I wanted to, what I felt like in the moment. Hey! But I went with a couple of books because of the Bosworth thing. Because I wanted to participate, and it made it easier to fit in something. And then I have my Harlequin that I want to continue with, and so now I just need to get into that reading groove again and get into a normalcy with that, and hopefully that will happen gradually as I go through January. Last year was amazing in January, so I hope that I go back to that. Usually I pick up my reading again in January, so I hope that continues. It's the first time ever that I haven't met my it's actually my first time ever since I made Goodreads goals that I haven't met my Goodreads goal. Since 2013 I've been doing a Goodreads goal, and since then I've always managed to meet it. But this time I think it was about 10 books short or something of the goal, and that was really strange. But it's because I had a really bad summer, and usually I don't get into that big of a slump over the summer. And I didn't read as many books as I usually did. So it's not that I didn't read a lot of books, because I still read about 140 books, but I had my goal for 150. I've lowered my goal this year to 100 books, even on Goodreads, because I feel like I can manage that, and I'd rather set the bar a little bit lower and then adjust it later on for a little bit bigger if I see that I get back into a reading groove. I think 2022 is going to be for me about quality rather than quantity. So I want to read the books that I feel like at the moment, and not stress too much about challenges and pressuring myself to read something that I don't really feel like reading. So yeah, those are my plans for January. Let me know in the comments down below what plans you have for January, if you have any exciting plans. Let me know if you have read any of the books that I'm planning on reading, and what your thoughts were on them, which ones you think I would really like. But yeah, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye.